First thing you're gonna do to create the high school team and the high school baseball rosters, what you're gonna do is go to create, go to the vault, press R1, go look at the top left and whatever it says up there for you, because I don't know what it is on Xbox. Press that, press R1, go into rosters, press square, and when you go into search, press find and search up my name. Search up IPKISS, IPKISS, IPKISS. I put one S, it's two S's, SS. So right here, download these right here. IPKISS Fantasy High School. It's gonna have rosters for I think 7 teams. 7 MLB teams are gonna be changed. They're gonna be completely different teams. Yeah. Okay, so download the rosters, bam. Once you downloaded the rosters, you also want to download the logos. What am I doing, man? Go here, logos. Do the same thing. Search up for my name, IPKISS. Search. And then you're gonna download these right here. Lions. Make sure you download the letters and the logo. So Lions letters with the Lions logo. Rhinos letters with the Rhinos logo. Bulldogs letters with the Bulldogs logo. And then you press R2, and then there's more. I think there's 7 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7. So once you got those downloaded, make sure you have them all downloaded perfectly. Name them exactly what it is there so you remember what it is on the save file. So once you have that done, you're gonna go to franchise, start a new one, load the roster you downloaded, the high school one. And the 7 teams that I changed were the Mets, Braves, Nationals. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Cardinals, Rays, Astros. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the Marlins. It was the Marlins right here. So now you gotta make sure like whatever team the rosters are changed. The 40-man rosters for these 7 teams are changed. But if you want to have a specific like team be your team and wear your jersey that you're gonna make, you want to make sure you remember what team that is. And the way you could do that is by going into the roster. Go into rosters, you press triangle to do that just to check the rosters before you start it. And then you go to the 40-man roster and you can see who's on this team. Like if you download the logos, you're gonna have to make the process of creating the teams. And that takes a long process. If you want to create a team, you have to press R1, create new custom team, and it's gonna start from scratch. It's like making a Diamond Dynasty team. You're gonna go into team details. You have to edit everything: team name, team audio, abbreviation, colors, all that stuff. You could also go into the logo vault and download logos as you're making the team. So let's say you want this Rockets logo. That looks nice. Oh, also make sure you do a stadium select. Make sure you do stadium select. That way, hold on. No. Make sure you press stadium select so you can select um the high school stadiums, cuz I downloaded these from the vault. I did some changes like maybe taking out some statues that were there or the scoreboards cuz I didn't want like a big scoreboard. So once you do that, you have all the teams selected. You want to load existing custom. I'm gonna load, let me see, the Mets team. I'm gonna load the Rhinos. So I'm gonna load my Rhinos. And once it's loaded in, this team is completely like revamped. Like everything has changed. The Mets are no longer the Mets. And you could check it by going and create new custom team because it's gonna show what you loaded in. So it's gonna show the home jerseys. This is my Rhinos jerseys for the Rhinos team. And then the away ones. I put green pants on. I recommend if you're gonna create a custom team, I recommend that you use like actual team colors. That way, like you know what the color actually is. Because if you use this to try to find a specific color, it's gonna look nice, yes, because you're gonna get exactly how you want. But sometimes it won't save. Like it won't save over here when you have your favorite colors. Or I don't know how to favorite it. I don't know if there's a button you press, but I know favorite colors just mean this is the last one you used, I think. Because sometimes I'll choose a specific color, right? Let's say I choose this. Then I'll go over here, try to edit away. I try to see my favorite colors and it won't show up. So I recommend you guys use MLB colors. That way you remember, oh yeah, this yellow is the Pirates yellow. This yellow is the Brewers yellow. Let me load all the teams now. Okay, so all the teams are there now. So this team is changed. That's their jersey. This is the Dreamers. No, 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 no. This is the Dreamers. The Devils. I like the Devils one. This one looks nice. The Bulldogs. I keep pressing load. These are okay. They're kind of basic. Some of them I wasn't trying that hard because when I started out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make the best jerseys, and then over time, I was like, yo, this takes too long. Like trying to make the logos. The making the jerseys is easy, but making the logo, that is what's hard. Takes a lot of time. It's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. Once you do that, once you have all the teams selected, press advance, GM contracts, turn off CPU trading, just so that you know they don't start messing up your rosters. It's up to you if you want to have designated hitter, extra inning runner. I just kept it on because why not? Because you can't really have the specific high school settings, because I know that in high school games are 7 innings and you can't do that. You were able to do it when you play seasons, but they took that away because they love removing stuff for no reason. So go into spring training. Make sure you go into spring training. Don't go into the regular season. I'm gonna show you why. Go into spring training. The reason for that is a high school season is very short. It's not a 162 game. If you want to play a 162 game, that's up to you. But in spring training, it's kind of perfect because you play around like 30 games or like 25 games, I think. So if you are gonna face some real teams, like the Bulldogs are gonna take on the Twins, Yankees, Boston, and remember, it's not the actual Bulldogs. Go by the rosters. So this team that has their best overall player named Jared Olson, this is the type of schedule that they're gonna have. They're gonna take on MLB teams after MLB teams, but then they finally take on the Dreamers here. But if you go on to the Mets, because I chose the Mets for this specific reason, because the Mets are the only team. I think. Let me see. Where's the Mets? Right here. The Mets are the only team that takes on every single team. So I recommend you use the Mets rosters. If you don't like the players on the roster, what you could do is go into team rosters and try to edit it, like trade some players. You could do whatever you want. Just trade some players, do whatever you want. You could trade with the high school players, stuff like with the high school teams. But if you choose the Mets, you're gonna get the advantage that you're gonna take on every high school team. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. I'm gonna show you. You could go into a game, play a game, play full game. I'm gonna choose the Devils for this one. And then once you're here, to get the more pleasing look, you could play in the other stadiums. You could play in minor league stadiums, but if you want to play in the actual like high school fields that I played in, you could like choose any one of these. Go ahead and just look at the name and search it up so you could download it. I'm gonna choose. Let me see. So you could pick any picture you want. Neil Nash, Andrew Leggett. Andrew Leggett, he legs it out. This woman on her phone, man. Your kid is playing and you're on your phone, bro? Like, what are you doing? Get that phone away, man.
The second baseman, Christopher Malenka.
Oh my God.
With the changeup struck him out. Next is the designated hitter, DeAndre Boone.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing.
You can also edit like the stadiums too. Remember, let's say you have a custom team that is like the Dogs or something. I don't know if they have like a Bears. I know there's a bear statue. If your team is like the Bears, you can also like edit the stadium and put a bear in the seats. Not in the seats, but like in the ballpark. Exactly, he said it for me. In the ballpark, because you want it to look exactly like that. So damn, I saved the game, so I kind of left. But you guys get the gist of it, man. That's how you guys could play high school baseball and MLB The Show 23. Hopefully they add it next year into Road to the Show. Ramon Russell, please. Or like a Bowman Scout Day, yo. We need something like that. Like let let there be something before you get drafted because at the end of the day, it's the road to the show. And I feel like yes, your road to the show is in the minor leagues. Your road to the show, road to the MLB. But once you get to the MLB, it's like nothing really like happens. It becomes so bland because they don't have like actual good cutscenes, and they don't emphasize on the MLB part as much. Besides like boss challenges and like little like meetings that the coach has, but those sometimes feel mad repetitive too because they do the same thing. And the way they narrate it, the way the coach is talking, he makes it about your player, not actually about everything else because the plus you get are like about you. It's not really like a team thing. Like I don't know, it should be more team oriented. The narration that that the coach has, and your agent, he barely even talks to you. Like your agent never talks to you at all. I haven't played Road to the Show this year yet, so I'm talking out of experience from last year. But I've seen some Road to the Show videos, and it's been the same stuff. Literally, it's been the same thing. The only difference is they took the Diamond Dynasty diamond thing, like the diamond animation that you get from a card, and they added it into Road to the Show. Like that's so, bro. Come on now. Like what is that? What is that? But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a likey. Thank you, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Yeah.